everyone, welcome back to the channel and to a new video where today you're going to be joining me as I head to Chessington for their VIP behind the scenes tour during park closure. So today the tour is at 7, if you do it on a Friday it's at 6, weekends are at 7 for late closing. So come join me at the park.
Built all the way back in 1348, so it's a very, very old building. It was actually just a country house and it's called Chessington Lodge. It kind of stayed that way until the Civil War in 1642 to 1660, where it was used as a Cavalier stronghold and it was burnt to the ground like a well. It actually did burn down quite a few times and it was rebuilt several times, and it was dubbed Burnt Stub Mansion. But as far as we're aware, it actually had nothing to do with the fact that it kept burning down, and everything to do with the fact that nearby there is a little lane called Berwick Lane, and it's got lots of oak trees on it. And it was cut down, the trees were cut down to build a palace for Henry II. And during the World War II, just at the start in 1939, the government did introduce restrictions on crowds gathering, so they did close Chessington, unfortunately. And they did actually send down in 1941 a lot of the more exotic animals to keep them safe. Steve was the last polar bear that we had in Chessington. So the advice that we're given now is that polar bears are an unethical animal to have in captivity, and that we take that advice very seriously. So he was the last, and we also do donate to charities that help polar bears and other animals around Africa and all around the world really. We are going in.
Not have bad luck.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, and I was surprised that I didn't work.
So do you remember what this land was called originally? So it's now Wildwood. Does anyone remember what it was called?
I do not know.
In 1990.
I'm the worst person on this tour.
Yes, so it's super old. And it actually has barely changed since it opened. So the track runs primarily through the woods. And it's 21 metres tall,
It's like the ultimate crash control
670
test,
metres
yeah.
long. Looks taller, but as I'll go on to explain later, we actually closed it down to build up. So where the rides are taller, actually noticed they did put it in the pit. So Vampire was designed by a very famous roller coaster designer here in the UK, a man called, do you know? Yes, correct. And he's designed loads of roller coasters around the UK, including, do you know any from Thorpe Park?
Not from Thorpe Park, but I do know he's done Nemesis.
He did Nemesis, he's done loads in Alton Towers, including 13 and Oblivion, he did Source and Stealth, that he designed by Vekoma, who quite a lot of enthusiasts have also heard of, and now it's got those purple trains with
Ride manufacturer.
Something that is still
It's all day.
Manager Sword's wax figure of Phil Collins. So he's in there playing the organ.
My house is rubbish, but I'm doing a refurbishment.
The Burps Bubble Works. So originally, a lot of people know it as the soap factory, but first it was a fizzy pop factory. It was fizzy pop, and then we actually sold that in our gift shops, which is quite interesting. And then in 2006 it gained the sponsor of Imperial Leather, which a lot of people remember, and it's got 12 different themed rooms, and it takes 28 boats of 4 people, so it's quite a fast moving queue line. And in 2016 it was announced it would be changing to Julia Donaldson's children's book The Gruffalo, which a lot of people were kind of sad about. I think a lot of people loved Bubbleworks, and yeah, it changed in 2017. Still find the music online. So for anyone that really misses the Bubbleworks, you can see. Opened, it basically gave guests a really good opportunity to look around and see the building we were doing for the rides. So it brought people back the following years, which is pretty clever marketing from us, yeah?
That's why when I got
There as well. That's now just an engineering hub, so it's a really good central part of park where our engineers can run to any rides they need to pretty fast. But yeah, the route was originally Calamity Canyon, and we have one of our original Chessington rides, so it was the Runaway Mine Train, it's now Scorpion Express, and we also have on your side, we have Rattlesnake. So Rattlesnake serves as a really good example of how we operate being in a green belt, in an area of green belt. So that means, as I mentioned before, that we can't build above the tree line, so we can't have any rides visible from the road, and yeah, we just can't build over the trees. So what we've done is built a really deep pit. We have to build down to, like, dig down to build up, if that makes sense. But yeah.
I've only been to Chessington like, when I was younger I went like 3 times.
Dig down, and that went in 2016. We also have a Toon Blaster, yeah, go for it, by ourselves, so we didn't have any external designers or engineers. So that was a really important part of it.
Out because they really wanted to break down whilst they're in that bit. They're like praying, but it is really hard to access. But we are looking at building behind the scenes tours for most of our rides at the moment. But as you can imagine, there's a lot of health and safety.
Yeah.
It was the really big Ferris wheel, and weirdly that ride actually belonged to Thorpe Park, and we had a ride called Samurai, which many of you might have heard of. It's now in Thorpe Park, so we have slightly different target audiences. So Chessington is much younger than Thorpe. So when we decided
Having a little chill out session. Actually, if you do our full Carter experiences, they do like to see you.
They're so cute, right?
They are really lovely.
the tunnel was a really good special mesh that if any of us that break it, you might cause a big reaction of breaking.
And just for like telling information, but they don't really work anymore.
We've also got Tiger Rock here. So again, one of our original rides, it was actually Tiger Dragon Rock, and then it changed to Dragon.
They do like the
Oh
dragon.
yeah.
Yeah, Dragon Pool. It was originally just a log flume, so it didn't have log boats, and now it's obviously all tiger themed. And it changed to the tiger theming in 2018. It's actually open to our glamping guests at the moment, so we can't ride it. But it was Beano Land, if anybody remembers that. So it was themed after the famous Dennis the Menace comic, and it was opened in 2000 and closed in 2000, re-themed in 2009. And the only part of that theming that remains is a cannon that we've got behind the scenes that used to shoot out a life-size version of like Dennis the Menace.
How big was he in real life?
We still have that cannon. I haven't seen it.
Life size.
What it is?
And you have our little dragon here that I'm sure everyone has met at some
Oh,
point.
love
in their
him.
life.
What, on that? Oh, you haven't been on it?
No.
It's amazing. So it does sometimes look a bit scarier than it feels if you just go on it. Our first inversion. So it's actually the first Jumanji themed land in the world. The first Jumanji themed coasters in the world, and Chessington's first inversion. So it's a really good opportunity for our kind of younger
Yeah, and that's
You told me that earlier.
the one that used to be
That's my
the
favourite
Black
one.
Buccaneer.
Yeah, that's my favourite one.
Are you going to yeah, basically scared of the tail.
Yeah, honestly. People go on that one first, and then they're too scared to go on anything else.
Yeah. This did have
So that tour I really enjoyed. It was really informative. We had some lovely staff. It was Emily, our tour guide's first time. I must say she was brilliant. She definitely knew all the facts, and I couldn't tell it was her first time. She was very good. So big kind of round of applause to her. It was brilliant. Now, if they hold these in the future, I'm definitely going to have to book in again because it was really informative. Definitely some awesome things coming to the park that we found out. But I would definitely recommend this this experience. It's worth the money. It's very informative. You learn a lot of facts if you don't know much about the park. It's really interesting going around the park when it's dark as well. Obviously, because Halloween park closes at 7. Our tour was obviously after 7. So it's really interesting seeing the rides at night and the animals. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe for more spooky fun. And I'll see you guys very soon. Bye, guys.